desperately low on food. They were forced to turn back.
Well, I'll be.
What's that villain doing?
Wait, Princess. Your voice sounds familiar.
Oh, it should. You see, Doom wants me to marry him. After seeing what he has done to our peaceful world, I despise him. He intends to destroy all of us if I persist in refusing him. Even now.
Shaitan never came so ill, he got skill. Met a brother from the grill that gave my spine chills. All 33 nerves, controlling my curves. Common sense just swerved every time I got served. Stress, frustration, empty rhetoric. Cold as winter in Connecticut. Compassion lacking deficit. Thought it was love like sent from above. You're not a soulmate. With ways and actions of a primate. Ruled by lower senses, coming faker than extensions. Pissed away all good intentions. Out of here, sister was missing. Intuition, maybe it was me. I couldn't see. Holding on to fantasy. Getting bitten by reality.
War wounds, purple heart, love, veteran, morphine. Painkillers, drugs, and medicine. Anything just to forget the hurt. Incoming! Take cover, hit the dirt. On the front line, there's casualties in the mind. And the POWs get left behind. Mentally scarred for life. Love is war and some chicks are just too hard to wife.
I should've deaded it from Genesis instead of hitting the Guinnesses. Now I'm free falling, cursing, matching street brawling. He ceased calling, no appetite to feast, darling. So deep all in, I bet he never stopped balling. Women forsake God for the sin of a man. Sacrifice our whole life for a slice. Overstand? Maybe it's a lack of pigment. Loneliness, imagine figment. Only got the car kitted to pull extra cheese in it. Damn, Jody. Coming with the okey doke, hokey poke, steady rocking boats, got me aiming for your throat. Sniper scope, weren't we supposed to elope? Proposed then you froze, I don't think that I could cope.
War wounds, purple heart, love, veteran, morphine. Painkillers, drugs, and medicine. Anything just to forget the hurt. Incoming! Take cover, hit the dirt. On the front line, there's casualties in the mind. And the POWs get left behind. Mentally scarred for life. Love is war and some chicks are just too hard to wife.
Constant frustration stemming from a no-win situation. Russian lust and fornication adding to the complication. Patience is a virtue. Pain run deep when love deserts you. Listening to whispering, choosing chaos over discipline. Simpleton, life should really be a piece of intimates. Relationships strengthening. Flower essence, penstement. Gentlemen, my favorite shit, so I'm never forsaking it. I persevere, make it fit, sculpting and reshaping it. Taking sips off a fifth the if passionate, intense, incense, candles lit, scandalous, emotional bandages. Why would he abandon this? Guess he couldn't handle it. The boss is magnanimous.
War wounds, purple heart, love, veteran, morphine. Painkillers, drugs, and medicine. Anything just to forget the hurt. Incoming! Take cover, hit the dirt. On the front line, it's casualties in the mind. And the POWs get left behind. Mentally scarred for life. Love is war and some chicks are just too hard to wife.
Oh boy, here we go.
How come all you college boys wear them baggedy-looking white shoes?
I don't care.
They look funny as hell. Bad as them black knee stockings.
Stop.
Well, hell, she looked like she got burnt legs or something.
You didn't wash your neck. Sometimes we don't wash our necks, but that's okay.
I washed my neck. Take a look at my neck.
Hold it right there, you.
Where you are going, there are no jokes.
Oh boy, I'm beginning to think that armor-plated gargoyle doesn't like me.
gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome to the new and improved podcast.
This town needs an enema.
Through the highs and the lows for 4 years running, the podcasts have been here for you, bringing the victories and the defeats, the joys and the sorrows, and we're just getting started. I'm your show producer, Bella, the coordinator of the chaos. And if you want to talk to Scott, you got to get through me. So be nice. Here at the podcast, we do it a bit different. We're all about the investment element of crypto, no hype, but rational and objective context of what we are buying and what we are selling. And we strive to be entertaining and informative while we do it. So strap in, fill your glass, and without any further ado, I give you the podcaster himself, the recently retired, the one and only Great Scott. Dazzle me, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. Yes, today, that was it, man. I've been retired for 2 hours and 2 minutes, and, man, I'm already bored. You forget what it's like where you don't have to get ready because you're going to work tomorrow. So, but it's inspired me more than ever to put all of my effort, all of my energy, all of my everything into this show because I want you guys to all retire too. And believe it or not, that's it. I mean, this is actual altruism. We don't get paid to do this. We don't get tips. We don't do any of that. But we made it out of the cave. So my whole journey now is to go back in for the others, and that's what we're gonna do here, and that's what we're dedicating our time to. That's why we continue to do what we do. That's why we're gonna be doing it even more. And yeah, it's just I'm excited. I'm very, very excited for the opportunity. Now I have all the time. I got all the time I need now to do my own research and all that, and bring you the results of that research. Now, I'm not saying that I'm right on anything. I'm just going to look at projects and tell you this is the way I see it, and you can, go with that or not go with that. It's completely up to you. I'm really indifferent. Well, I'm not indifferent. I want you to make good decisions. I want you to make good, informed decisions. And yeah. You need to join us. You need to join me out here. That's what I'm getting at. So one more round of applause for everybody who hasn't made it yet, but absolutely is going to make it. Now, the song choice tonight is actually, it wasn't even my choice. That was a song that was chosen by Marston Connell. If you guys know Marston Connell, he's the CTO of Jackal, and I can't give out the details because they asked me not to. I'm just saying that is one of the reasons that I have been in Jackal. I will continue to be in Jackal. It's the reason that I'm still buying Jackal is for that song that you just heard. And it's not the song, it's the method. It's the method. There's one thing about Jackal that everybody seems to just tiptoe around it, is that if these guys are, if they can dream it, they can do it. So they dream it up, they do it, they put it out, and it just kind of blows over everybody's head. Because they're not really looking at this from 30,000 feet. They're looking at this from ground level. And from ground level, it's neat. It's fun, decentralized data storage, privacy, maintaining your data, and all that stuff. And by the way, if we get choppy tonight, we're using Restream. So that we're going out on YouTube, on Twitch, on X, Facebook, everything. And Restream can be a little bit sketchy at times. So if when you're using your own encoder like this, so if you could, if it happens to kick, man, I'm sorry. We did what we could, but I want to be everywhere. That's it, man. We're going to build our media empire. We're going to average about the same amount of viewers because people, they take a ground level view of crypto, and you're selling yourself short by doing that. 30,000 feet. That's where I live. That's where I've always lived. It's the reason that I'm retired now. All right, because I look at the big picture, I take it all the way down, take it apart, and say, how will this be profitable? How is this solving a problem? And that's kind of the big thing. We've been hitting this for a long time, a lot of years we've been hitting this. What problem are you solving? If you were ever going to write down, take a note, start taking notes. This is what the podcast said. Note one, would be diversify your holdings, because that just makes sense. Rule number 2 would be diversify. See rule number 1. But rule number 3 would be, what problem are you solving? Now, because we live in the crypto world, we're under the impression that the laws of economics, the fundamentals of economics, don't apply to us out here because we're in crypto. They actually hit us a hell of a lot harder because we're in crypto, because you are going to be taken advantage of by people that understand these things, but can spin a project to make it seem philanthropic. All right, it's not. Nobody's out here building to make you money. They're not. They're out here doing it to make themselves money. Period. That's it. The whole meme craze, the memes right now, it's a whole culture. People get nuts over this stuff. But they do it, and you think, okay, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to make a whole bunch of money. But nobody ever mentions the other side, that when you're dealing with a product that is a token, because that's all it is simply a token. In order for you to win, somebody has to lose. All right, that creates this Mad Max scenario out here where everybody is just trying to rip off or rob or take what everybody else has. And I'm saying it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. I am invested in what I am invested in, or entertained in what I'm entertained in, because it doesn't have to be that way. If you are supporting something that is a product, that the token is merely a function of the product, it is the gas for the product. In that case, the token itself is not the product. The token is merely the fuel for the product. And if you're holding tokens that you cannot explain what they are or what they're for, you just like them, you saw somebody talking it up, token go up, token must be good. If you are holding these things, it's just a pathway to victimhood, because they don't do anything, because they serve no purpose, because it is completely dog eat dog out here, and the people with the biggest bags are going to win because they can outlast you. They can 100% outlast you. Now, I know it's not fun to discuss these things, but it is a fundamental truth in investing. The biggest stack is going to get bigger, period. Who out here plays Texas Hold'em? Anybody? If you're playing no limit Texas Hold'em and you have the biggest stack, let's just assume that you're just an average player. But if you have 2 or 3 times as many chips as everybody out there on the table, you can hit, you can shoot and miss, you can miss again, but you only got to get them once. And math is on your side in this case. It is no different out here. So I know we want to have fun. We want to do, just get the victory and have some fun and look at this. Isn't it great? But that is not what decentralized blockchain is about. That is an aspect of it. It enables it because it's very, very easy to do, to spit up meme tokens and all that. People right now are sitting there dancing on Prop 16, that meme token. Everyone, they're getting excited about, oh my God, we're going to flip Juno. Do you have any idea how insulting that is? That you spun up a meme token that is reminiscent of the very worst decision that's ever been made in the cosmos, Prop 16. And you're spinning up a meme token, and now that meme token is going to surpass the total market cap of Juno. Now, I'm no fan of Juno. I think you guys understand that. I think I've been very clear on that, because they continue to compound stupid. And when you can compound stupid, that's what you get, man, right there. The most powerful force in the universe is compound interest. The most detrimental force in the universe is compound stupid. And they do it for years. They've just been continuing to do it. So the fact that a meme token can come up, spin up, and surpass the market cap of that particular chain should be a wake-up call to everybody out here in the cosmos, that the money out here is not terribly serious, that the projects that are out here are not terribly serious. There's diamonds in the rough. Jackal, diamond in the rough. Astrovault, diamond in the rough. Akash, diamond in the rough. Kudos is in complete buy range right now. Diamond in the rough. Because all of these things are, the token is not the product. The token enables the product, but it's not the product itself. And that's where the struggle's going to be. And that's why Crypto Cosmos keeps doing what it's doing. It keeps doubling down on bad decisions over and over and over, getting itself beat to hell, and they just move on to the next thing because this is crypto and this is what we do. Now, I don't think I've ever made any walked back any of it that this is my project. This is the one. All right, it retired me, but it's going to retire my children and my grandchildren. They're doing it because they have a good, solid, fundamental understanding of what they are building, the direction that they are going, the service that they are providing. This is important. The service that they are providing. Guys, this is a service that is in demand around the entire world. There is no bigger demand right now than cloud servers and cloud storage, period. They are a cloud storage company. Now, they're doing it differently than anybody's ever done it before, meaning that they are allowing you to secure your own data, your property. They're doing it differently. But it doesn't mean that because they're doing it differently that they're doing it wrong. I say that they're doing it better. They're doing it correct. They are giving you sovereignty to your own data. This may not be a completely beautiful consumer thing, and I get that. All right, most people don't care. They're happy using Google. They're happy just sharing their information with the entire internet. They're cool with it. But from 30,000 feet, you have to look at that and say, who would embrace something like this? Who would actually like something like this? And you look to enterprise. But the big thing that you look to is crypto, Web3. There's a reason that they've been focusing so heavily on Web3 because the bulk of every Web3 project out here uses Amazon Web Services to store their data. Now, you might say, who cares? Doesn't really matter as long as the data is being stored. One piece of legislation, one single piece of legislation comes up, passes, and Amazon Web Services can no longer support Web3 products. What do you think happens to crypto tomorrow? You got to ask that question, man. What do you think happens tomorrow? Either they all spin up their own data centers, spin up their own storage providers, or they're going to have to look for somebody that can already do it, that the method and mechanics are already in place. All you're doing is taking money from one place and giving it to another place, and you're getting the same level of service. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying that it could happen. And if it could happen, I want to be in the location that is there with the big offering plate saying, yeah, give us your data. Just fill it up. We're going to charge you, but you fill it up and we're going to take care, and the machine keeps turning. So that's why I'm in Jackal. I'm also in it because, we're building apps on it. And I'm not going to announce that Amuse is ready because we've cried wolf one too many times. I was just talking to our lead dev, and he said he hopes it's tonight. It may be, it may not be. I'm not going to put it out. The only other next time you're going to hear me talk about Amuse is with a link underneath it that says click here to get the app. It's going to be APK. Click here, get the app, knock yourself out, have fun. It's my dime. Upload whatever you want. It doesn't matter because we can't see it, Jackal can't see it, and off it goes. So, again, we're very excited about that, but we're very excited because proof of concept. I love being proof of concept, getting out and showing the world what we can do. I think it's a gift right now. At 60 cents or whatever the hell Jackal is, I think it's a gift right now. It is such a gift that I am still accumulating. I am still gobbling this stuff up. I consider it critically undervalued. I am more than happy to swim upstream. I'm more than happy to stand there in front of the entire Web3 world and say, you're wrong. You're wrong. I do it. I've been doing it for years, and I'll continue to do it because they are, and I'm not. So, yes, I will go ahead and take it all. Keep putting it down, knock the price down to whatever you want. I got the biggest stack at this table, and I will outlast you. So, anyway, guys, first stream as a retired guy, so I wanted to do a little giveaway. I'll tell you what, I'll give $100. We'll give $100. This is a trivia question, and it's. I'll tell you what, Belle, you know the trivia question I want to ask?
I do know the
Okay.
trivia question you want to ask.
Go ahead and put it out. Don't hit up Bell. Hit up me, and I'll go ahead and pay you out. Bell, go ahead and ask the question. The first person to type this in gets $100 worth of Jackal from me personally. So go ahead, Bell. Ask the question.
If you needed to get in touch with the crew from the Rockford Files, what's the number to call?
That is the question. If you need to get a hold of Jim Rockford, what is his phone number? And the first person to type in that phone number, feel free to Google it, is going to win $100 of my money. Welcome to Retired Scott. I got a lot of this stuff. I'm more than happy to give it away. All right, Belle, we got a couple minutes for a break. Questions, comments, concerns, observations. Go, go, go.
Joe G needs some serious Jackal help, Scott and Bell. I'm seeing there was a Jackal video posted for members only, but I don't know how to be a YouTube member to view it. I'm already subscribed. Initially got into Jackal from Osmo Jackal Pool on Kepler. Now I am not sure how to continue earning APR on my investment as well as the safest place to hold it.
All right. Do you want to answer that one, Belle? I don't understand the YouTube. I'm not trying to be dense or evasive here. I literally don't understand the YouTube or the levels of membership or whatever. Man, I'm sorry, dude. We set this up years ago, and we're kind of just like little lost puppies out here in the YouTube world. We're not those people. We're not the 50,000, 100,000, 500,000 subscribers that make their living doing this. We don't do that. So I don't know how to help you on that one. Maybe Belle can offer some clarity, or maybe somebody in the audience who's a little bit more YouTube savvy than me can straighten it up. What's the best place to hold it? Where's the bulk of mine? Is that what you're asking? The bulk of mine is staked. I mean, it's straight staked on some trustworthy validators. I can't take a slash. All right, a 5% slash is going to be a problem. So I have mine staked directly on some trustworthy validators. I harvest it, and it enables me to give it away on shows like this and with trivia questions like, how do you get a hold of Jim Rockford? Any more, brother? Look, hit me up personally, Scott@ThePodocasts.com, right there. Happy to talk you through it. Belle, please carry on.
And actually, we already have a winner for the trivia question.
No way. Somebody knows that.
Yes, wait. That was Old Man chiming in with the correct answer. Whoever is running the Astrovault account at the moment apparently had a copy-paste fail, so they didn't get it.
Sorry about that. All right, Old Man, I'll tell you what. I'm going to ask you straight up. See, now I know the answer because I'm a huge fan of the Rockford Files. I love James Garner. I love these old shows like that, man. The Nick at Night stuff, dude. That's right up my alley. I'll tell you what. Just answer honestly. Did you know it or did you have to Google it? Because it's in the intro. They show the phone, one of the old beige phone, you know, with the big cord on it, and the number is right there. So did you know it or did you Google it? Answer that. I'll pay you either way,
he
man.
said Googled it.
You Googled it. You guys suck. You know what? No more. All right, no more. I'm gonna know if you Google or not. We're gonna put trackers on everybody, so I'm gonna know what you're looking at while you're watching the show. Anyway, carry on, Belle.
All right. So Makoka to Streamwalker, Bankman Fried is looking for a case of bars of soap to last 25 years.
You know
how much damage did he do for crypto?
He gave this thing a black eye that's going to take a generation to recover from. People will always remember what he did. What he did. He was might have brilliant. Sure. We'll give you that. He's the smartest guy in the world. But he was a child playing with a keyboard and just inventing money out of nowhere. And before you feel bad for Sam Bankman, you should feel bad for all of the people that took their lives as a result of his actions. He is nothing but a detriment to this space, period. I don't care if they got FTX on Arena or on an arena. The guy is scum. He's a child. He's a little child playing at reinventing the wheel, and he didn't. All right, all he did was Amway the entire crypto space, and it's something that it'll take a generation to actually shake this off. Personally, I think we're still feeling the damage of it. We are still dealing with the blowback of this, and that was a while ago. So yeah, good. That's all I have to say on that one. Good, man. You bricked it. I mean, you had everything, the entire world right there, but it wasn't enough. You had to do the crypto thing. And this is the end result. So anyway, guys, if you could, please give us 60 seconds. Got any more questions, comments, anything like that, get it in. We're going to be taking a look at some Orion, a little bit of Astrovault. There's a new pool that launched over there. I want to show that one to you. It leads into something else I really have to say. And I'm going to fill up my glass. 60 seconds, guys. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. We had to put some more of that. Town Branch, man. If you can see it or find it anywhere, yeah, that is just absolutely fantastic. All right, Belle, we got 2 questions, and then we have to go visit Orion, and we have to visit Astrovault.
All right, Makokata Streamwalker coming in with a question. I'm looking for Crescent Pool's price history. Do you know any sites with that? I'm asking because the transaction history shows withdrawals of LP tokens, but not the number of BCRE tokens.
No, I have no idea, dude. It's dead now. I mean, the token lives. As long as the token lives and exists on osmosis, you're going to be able to continue to trade it. You know what? Honestly, man, I think that would be funny. If you want to make a funny meme token, make a meme Crescent token. That's funny right there. All right, because the other one is still alive. And see if you can surpass the market cap of Crescent, which should be about $1.80 by now, because, again, they shut everything down. No, sir, I'd love to be able to help you out on that one. I can't. Maybe hit up the Discord. We got a lot smarter people on the Discord than me, and maybe somebody can dig that out for you. Anyway, carry on, Bill.
All right. And Joseph Alcorn, miss you already, Scott. Come back to work. You're too young to retire.
No, dude, I'm not retired. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. I'm not retiring, dude. I'm just pursuing a new career path. This one doesn't pay anything. That's the fun part. It doesn't pay anything, but it salves my soul a little bit, because if there's even a chance, the remotest chance, smallest chance, that I can help one single person, just one single person, from potentially making a bad decision, getting themselves wrecked, getting themselves ruined, getting themselves screwed by crypto bros out here, it's 100% worth my time to do it. It doesn't cost me that much. I mean, even though we have more of a kind of a costly show, it doesn't cost me that much, and we earn nothing. So, it's worth it for me, man. That's all it is that it's worth it. It's worth it to me. It's worth my time. I can't speak for Bella. I haven't paid her in a long time, but it's someone's got to do it. I'm just going to put it right there, man. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to be able to get out here and say, look, what you're about to do is bad. All right. It's bad. It won't work out well. And here is why. Here's A, B, C equals X. You're on step B right now. So let's stop you from going to C and maybe try to help it out. Yeah, I don't know, man. You know what? The crypto market, Bitcoin might go to $8,000 tomorrow. If it does, clearly I'm probably mostly wiped out, and I'll be calling up Joe. Hey, Joe, you need an instructor? Do you need, I present well. I can maybe get something like that going. All right, one more, Bell. That was a family call, so that one doesn't count.
Yeah, okay, well, the family call is circling back around because Joe's saying, I don't want you back to work to make money. I want you back to work to hang with me.
You know, dude, we're available on Telegram, the Discord, whatever. It's not like you don't have my personal number, dude. If you're feeling lonely, you know, veteran to veteran, if you're feeling lonely, give me a call. I will talk you off the ledge, dude, because that's what I do. All right, table the rest.
Besides, Besides, I mean, not only are you going to try and bring people out of the cage, or the cave rather, but you've got armor to make that's been on hold for quite a while, and you haven't had a chance to work on it.
I have a lot of armor to get made. Toot was asking about that, or somebody was asking about that. Why don't you do armor videos? It's mine wouldn't be that good. I'm not really. I mean, I'm a good armor smith, all right? I make very nice armor, very historical, every rivet in the right place, man. But if you're not into it, it's not interesting. It's just me sitting there beating a piece of steel for 4 hours and then, speeding up the video so that it's palatable inside of 14 minutes. I don't think you're going to get that much out of it. All right. Anyway, we're going to go take a look over here at Astro Vault because there's a new pool over here. I actually hit up Benji and I didn't hit up Benji, but I hit up what?
Do we have to?
We have to. So I was skating through the pools because sometimes these things show up over here and they don't get a lot of talking about them. But I saw this weird purple icon over here, and what I saw was shade. So I didn't see an announcement bell, or did I miss it? Did you guys actually announce this and I missed it?
No.
No, you didn't. So apparently now Shade is pairable over here with X-Arch. So for those of you who are still in the swimming in the shade, enjoy the shade, love the shade, there's a pool available right over here. Now, I can't help but notice that it's got an APR of 0%. So it kind of makes me wonder why that pool's up there, or who put it up there, or who insisted that it's going to be up there. But this works out wonderfully. This actually works out wonderfully for shade. It really does well for shade. And the reason that I say that is because shade by itself is it's right in the same realm as Osmo. It's right in the same realm as Kujira, meaning that it is a token that is designed to be bought and sold. That's what they are. Now, shade has got a lot. There's a little bit more depth to it. And if you're a big believer in silk, which is a token that's staked, pegged to an asset of pools. I won't personally touch it because the last token that stable token that I touched that was pegged to an asset of a pool of assets was UST. And that didn't work out real well for me. Now, I understand. Well, we fixed it. It's better now. It doesn't matter. All right. If I get burned once, I don't go back, period. I will not go back once I get burned, because it's too much work to try to recover. Now, I've recovered fully and plus from the whole Luna UST thing, but it doesn't mean I want to revisit it. So I'm sure the mechanics of it are perfect. Everything's wonderful. Nothing bad is ever going to happen here again. But I'm starting to see a lot of these things compressing out here. Now, this is in reference to your Kujira in your shade. And personally, I think Kujira is slowly, I mean, it's not real fast, but it's kind of inching into a buy mode because they've been getting just absolutely hammered over here. This is Kujira. They've been getting blasted out. Now, the community itself is intolerable. I mean, absolutely intolerable. And if you spend any time on Twitter or whatever, I don't even know if they have a Reddit. If they did, I just can't see that thing being anything but a well of darkness and something that I don't really want to visit. But Kujira's been getting just its ass hammered lately. I mean, it's been getting blasted. And if you look at it, it's kind of almost a little bit of a trail of tears because it's more or less its peak 488. Now, this was early in March. And if you went to X early in March, and you were into crypto, Cosmos crypto, all you saw were Kujira posts and people taking bows and, oh my God, we got it. I'm never selling. $50 is our next stop. We have to get central exchange listings and we're going to do it. And we're going to blow it out and we're going to change the world. And now it's getting starting to dip towards half of that. And this was in a month. All right. This is not a good look. 1 month. That is not a tremendously good look for crypto, and I mean any crypto. Now, Jackal doesn't look great over the month either. The difference is that, for me personally, is that Jackal actually is a product. It's always going to have the crypto bro element to it, the pure speculators, and I understand it. I respect it because what they're doing to my chain, I do to their chain. I am sucking money off from their chain to bring it back to my chain. They're doing the same thing. I don't begrudge anybody making a living. You do you, bro. But the difference is that Kujira and the entire idea behind this is a place for you to park your money, hope people use it so they can pay you. I don't want to take all the risk to maybe get a payout or maybe not. I'm not that guy, and I'm certainly not going to do it. But Kujira is doing it. Shade is doing it. Kujira and Shade have basically they're holding hands completely. And let me show you why. Let's go over here to Shade app. They are these guys are kind of in it together right now, particularly with two tokens that effectively do the same thing. One has a privacy element. That's great, sure. One does not. The only private part of Kujira is USK. That's funny. All right, look, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. But that's actually funny. But I'm seeing Kujira is showing up over here now. So we got Shade and Kuji, man. These are two tokens that do effectively the exact same thing. One has a privacy element with a big focus on Silk, so that they can build up their stable token, make it huge, and actually find a use case for it. Kuji is doing the same thing, but their total focus is over on Kujira, is on USK, which is also another stable token tied to a basket of goods, but you can't actually see the mechanics of it. You'd have no idea. All right, it's closed source. You can't have a closed source stable token. And if you do, you have to expect people like me to absolutely go savage on E4. This is not a matter of intellectual property, and I want to be clear on this. This is not a matter of IP. All right, it's a matter of what stable tokens represent, and what they represent is a stability, meaning that people can trust them, such as USDT, such as USDC. But people understand what is securing it. Because when you go to USDC, when you go to UST, I do it all the time. You're putting your money to sleep for a little bit. You are waiting it out. But you do it with the idea that this stuff has got a solid foundation that's backing it up, meaning that it'll be worth a goddamn dollar tomorrow. I can't promise you that USK will. And I know Shade Silk won't, because it's got a little bit of a different mechanic to it right now. I don't even know what it is. I think it was like $1.16 last time I looked. Let's take a look here. We'll all see it together. $1.13 now. So this is your stable token, and it's worth $1.13. I have a problem with that. Just fundamentally have a problem with that. All right, we need a reference out here. We need a lighthouse. We need a big central reference point. And that reference point is $1. So when I see 113, I'm not touching it. You can hit me all you want, Scott. You're stupid. You just don't understand it. And that's fine, man. I am more than happy to entertain that. I simply don't understand that. But when I sell it to a crypto and I sell it to USDC, I want to get a $1 peg average to it. That's the way I understand it. So I'm kind of cool with it. So as much as I admire what Shade is doing, I think it's neat. They're going to take the silk, they're going to put it to work, they're going to change the world. I think it's neat, but I simply do not want to swim in those waters. That's all there is to it. And if I don't want to swim in those waters, everything over here is designed around silk. So if I don't believe in the silk, which is kind of funny that you have a silk USDC pairing, I think that's hilarious, Bell. I think that's a riot, because that was kind of Carter's big thing, is just bashing it that the dollars were. And I agree, man. Look, fiat is crap. All right, it's devaluing every day. I completely agree. But if you are so hell-bent against it, why do you have $1 million+ of it sitting on your decks? You literally go out and say USDC, USDT, the dollar itself is devaluing every single day. If you're pegged, half of this $2.2 million pool is pegged to it, then isn't this $2.2 million pool also devaluing every day? If you're gonna take the high road, man, you have to be consistent. This does not seem consistent to me. This seems like you're utilizing what you can, you're creating a niche market, and you're trying to create a project on that, wrapping it around a lot of people that may or may not agree with you. All right, Shade is troglodyte, Shade is incredibly troglodyte, but They're writing up a lot of The Secret. Everyone's getting excited about Secret. Secret's been on a hell of a tear. It's carrying everything up with it. Welcome to crypto. All right. Anyway, Belle, questions, comments, concerns. We got 5 minutes. Go.
Muleshoe05. Want an Astrocorium pair, please?
Okay. Well, Belle, she works for Astrovault, right? She's on the screen right now. You could ask her. She could probably hook you up with whatever you want, as long as you want it over there on Astrovault.
I would say for that, definitely join in on the next Astrovault community call and let everyone know that that's what you want.
There you go. Carry on, Belle.
Jersey Fresh. Did I hear Crescent is going down?
Dude, months ago. Somebody
they announced that on February 15th.
Yeah, so not months, at least a month. You know what? I'm going to call it 2 months. Yeah, dude, they announced they're shutting down, dude. They're done. Crescent had a model problem. It's funny because it's incredibly similar to current DEX models, more or less, in the fact that they revolutionized liquid staking, which I've never been a fan of. I think it's a terrible idea. I think it's squeezing dimes out of nickels. I know the entire crypto world disagrees with me on that one, but I say I'm right. Time is going to prove me correct, so I don't swim in those waters. But they did introduce liquid staking well before anybody else introduced liquid staking, and this one was kicking out something called Beacree. Now, Beacree was the absolute worst thing that they could have possibly done to themselves, but it was kind of an original model, and they tried it out. The only thing that they could do to attract liquidity over to their DEX was to heavily incentivize, and I mean heavily incentivize pools. But because they were using a derivative token, in this case called Beacree and not Crescent itself, it seemed like it was going to be manageable. Now, their idea is that if we heavily incentivize things, 80, 90, 100% APR, people will bring liquidity over here because they're going to get Beacree, and won't that be great? And then they can take that Beacree and they can APY it on other products that they were offering up there. The problem is that people didn't do that. What they did was take the Beacree, turn it into anything else, and sell it on them. So the same people that were over there supporting that DEX were dumping on that DEX every single day. I know because I do it on a couple of DEXs that I don't really talk about a whole hell of a lot. But I absolutely savage a couple of things and dump on them every single day. I'm not going to say who. I'm sure you guys could probably figure that out. But it was a doomed to fail model. Now, the problem is that a lot of these other things are starting to really, really do the same thing, and it's just a matter of time until they get them. So Crescent was a neat idea that failed spectacularly. I mean, spectacular. Everything over there became Beacree. I mean, that was it. That's what they were doing, because the token, it's an AMM mechanics. The token was devaluing so fast that if you were paired against it on anything, your tokens, your Osmo, your Atom, your anything, ended up becoming Beacree. And that worked out great for them. The problem is that everybody continued to dump and dump and dump, and it was just a death spiral. There was no getting out of that. They didn't even try to adjust the tokenomics. They didn't even try to adjust the mechanics. They wrote it out, they made a living, they shut it down, and now they're all moving on to something else. They are not they're an early one, but they're not going to be the last ones. More of them are going to do this. They're going to happen. You're going to see. That's why I don't swim in those waters. Belle, one more.
All right, new type chiming in saying Silk is not pegged to a US dollar. That is not its goal. I view the Silk USDC pool as a tool of liquidity to help people get away from the dollar. Liquidity is the game.
Yep, nope, I understand it, dude. Look, I understand how it works. I'm being very, very simplistic out here. I understand the mechanics of Silk. It is not something that I want to speculate in. That's really it. And you could show me this incredible, oh no, this is model, man. We are reinventing the wheel here. You're not. All right, you're not. I understand what it is. It is pegged to a basket of tokens. It is not pegged to the US dollar, nor did I say that it is pegged to the US dollar. I said it is pegged to a basket of currencies that are going to fluctuate. So anything pegged to that kind of basket of currencies that's going to fluctuate, I simply do not want to be involved in that, because one death spiral, one Luna, and it all goes away. And the only thing I'm going to get out of the fucking people that continue to do this to every fucking crypto investor out here is, we're sorry. We'll fix it. But they're not going to make good on it because nobody has yet. 60 seconds, guys. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. I apologize for the outburst, guys. That ain't me. All right, I apologize. You do your own research. You do you. You knock yourself out. I am just here to give my opinion, man. We're opinion editorial. But what I've seen in crypto over and over and over is as soon as people start playing with the peg and it goes south, they are the very first people to come out there and post how sorry they are, how it wasn't their fault. It was just something happened, and we're terribly sorry about that. Composite. I will put it right there. These are the guys that were spinning. I think it's Agoric. I think Composite was built up on Agoric. I could be wrong. Somebody please fact check me. But when their token got absolutely shellacked, and I happened to own $6,000 or $7,000 worth, and I woke up and I had $1,100 worth of a stable token. They were very quick to come out there and apologize and never make a bit of restitution to anybody who owned it. And they never, ever will. They are not doing this for your benefit. Please get that out of your head. They are not doing this for you. They're doing it for them. Just please understand which side of the battle lines you're on here. Only point I really wanted to make on that one. And the reason that I think Crescent was a beautiful segue is because I'm bringing you over here to Orion. Now, I've farmed the shit out of this Dex, and I've been farming it forever. I still don't understand how it survives. I really don't, because there is very little AI over here. There is a price oracle, and that's about it. Nothing else in here is really, there's no AI over here. But it caught the AI hype. The price is all the way is just absolutely 10x from its low, and they still offer these kind of APRs. But I want you to pay attention to what those APRs are paid out in. All right, this is not the native token. They are paid out not in Crescent, but in BCRE. These particular people are not paying you in Orion. They are paying you in Orion X, which is a derivative. Please keep that in mind. I would love to say that this thing is going to be solid. I have no idea how it survived all this time. I'm more than happy to farm it. I've been doing it for a long, long time. This right here is just my absolute favorite right now at 80% paired up against Bitcoin. Now, this is not Bitcoin, guys. This is wrapped Bitcoin, all right? This is an IOU Bitcoin. This is not native Bitcoin. It's pegged to Bitcoin, but it's an IOU on the other side of the bridge for this. So please keep that in mind. I have no idea how they maintain these APRs. None. And I've been doing it for years. I say that this one is the unicorn, but if you're going to swim over here with these big, stupidly high APRs, just be aware of the why. Please be aware of what this thing is, what's happening, and the fact that there's going to be a shelf life on this. Bell, questions or comments, please.
All right. So the Chapman 15, any thoughts on Stride since you're talking LSDs? I'm guessing you hate it.
I'm not a fan. I think it's a time bomb. The entire thing is simply a time bomb. again, I fall back to my own internal struggles of who out here is being altruistic and philanthropic, and who is simply out here offering false philanthropy, and most of the crypto space is offering false philanthropy. There's different levels of evil out here, and you just have to know which ones you can tolerate. I am not a fan of LSDs. I've never been a fan of LSDs. It's one of the big problems that I have with Shade, as a matter of fact, is that they have so many of them over here. They have so many LSDs. And part of these LSDs, which are going to be inherently volatile, are used in this basket for silk. So this thing is effectively one small little black swan away from just being decimated, and it's going to take out everything that is tied to it. There are too many of them over here. We had Carter on the show. I asked him about this specifically. Why do you have so many LSDs? Because 60% of that dex right there, 60% of the TVL on here is LSDs. That is a problem. I had him on the show. I don't think he'll ever come back, but I had him on the show and I asked him about that. And he literally admitted, yes, this is a problem. And I said, what are you going to do about it? And he said, we just need time so that we can kind of weed them out. Well, I can add. And when I came over here and added, I saw that you didn't weed them out. They've actually increased. You did get some different holdings up here. And you're very, very specific on what you incentivize. Shade and Stride, for example, have 0 APR. I'm not sure why anybody would provide liquidity over here at 0. Shade, check D, 0. But they have tons of them. This one's my funniest one, by the way. Shade and Kujira is a pool over here with $170,000 worth of in the pool. It has 0% APR. So this pool is made up of halfway of Kujira, and the other, which is not incentivizing it, and Shade, which is not incentivizing it. So it kind of makes me wonder, what are you trying to do here, aside from pump your TVL to make everybody look at this and say, wow, isn't this interesting? Because right now I just see no value in that whatsoever. It's you guys just putting money on the board and hoping people trade them. Who knows? All right. Anyway, sorry, Belle, carry on, please.
Snails with the last comment for the moment. CMST was Comdex, which should never be trusted.
Comdex, I do apologize. I apologize to the entire Agoric community. I think Agoric is IST.
Agoric
right?
was IST, yeah.
IST. Yes, Comdex. None of these are investable, man. In my opinion, none of these projects, none of these products are investable. All right. They are science fairs. They have neat ideas and they got funding and they just simply will not go away. But you got to ask, and please do. I'm going to reference my earlier monologue. What problem are they solving? They're not solving a problem. So if they're not solving a problem, why are you investing in them? What do you think you're going to get out of this? What problem are they solving? I reference Jackal, I reference Akash, I reference Kut, I reference D-Pin whenever I'm saying this, because I can tell you specifically what problems they are solving. But the bulk of these things are simply there hoping for your big alt run, which I don't think is going to happen. I know right now, look, man, I'm over on Twitter now. All right, I'm there. I'm active. I'm seeing it. That's all people are talking about. Well, just wait. Just wait for the alt run. It should be happening. We've done our technical analysis, and we're expecting it in May or June. Based on what? Based on what? There is not going to be an alt run like we had in 2020 and 2021. It was a bubble. Bubbles don't repeat like that. I know. It goes in cycles. Everybody knows this. That's propaganda. That's the rule of unanimity. Not everybody knows this. You may think you know it, and I sure hope you invest that way, man, because we need to get people like you out of crypto. You are not doing anybody any favors. But it's not going to be like it was last time. This is legacy money that is pumping up Bitcoin. This is BlackRock. This is Wells Fargo, for God's sakes, is going to get into it. This is not money that is going to go into Bitcoin, make a whole bunch of money, then take it and run out to the alts. It's not going to do that. Whatever is there is there. Survival of the fittest is going to be the way for the alt tokens. And these science fair projects are simply going to bleed and die because they don't offer a solution to anything. They don't do anything. They build up a community. You got people that bought on the top and are absolutely stuck right now. So they have no choice but to hope that it recovers. And I don't live in hopium. I live in income and expenditures. I'm in the projects that I need to be in. Everything else is kind of way, way out there. All right, Belle, we got anything else, or is that it? Is everybody done with me?
Gustav Smith hit us with a $20 super chat saying, Scott, now that you're retired, maybe you can negotiate a deal with Bella to share the super chats.
Belle gets all of the super chats. You guys have never tipped me $1. I don't need your money. I appreciate it. I really do, but I don't need your money. I saw somebody else. It was kind of funny. It was like 50 Cent was doing some kind of live stream and people were tipping him. I was like, you got to be shitting me, man. The guy can buy and sell your whole life and you're tipping him, and people are tipping him like $2 and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, good on you. You wanted to show up and flash your name up on the screen. I think that's really cool.
You know what? At least it was 50 Cent and not Diddy.
Not Diddy. Oh, how bad would that be now? I mean, no, actually, how valuable would that video be now? Anything up there having to do with Diddy, how valuable would that be now? I mean, Jesus, you should NFT it and then put it up to the highest bidder. Here, this is the only one that'll ever exist on this one. All right, so if that being the case, guys, we're going to call it a little bit short tonight. I haven't eaten today. I want to get a bite. I'm going to be live tomorrow if you would like to join me. I will be live tomorrow at 0900. We're getting ready for kind of working into the morning podcast show, which we will be doing 5 days a week, 0900 Central, forevermore. As long as I can maintain my lifestyle out here without working, then we're going to be doing that every single day. It's going to be a little bit different, guys. I'm going to be picking the tokens that I'm looking at right now. I'm going to give you context on those tokens, and we'll finish it up with 10 minutes of questions or whatever. They're going to be 30-minute shows. We're in, we're out, and I like to get information out in the morning. I do most of my crypto buys and sells at between 4 and 5 a.m. So we're figuring 9 o'clock's good. You can at least have some information before the market does whatever the market is going to do, and you got time to make decisions there. So we're spinning up the first one tomorrow. No special thumbnail, nothing like that. I haven't gotten that into it yet. But yes, we're kicking it off, give you a taste of what's going to be coming. It will be going out via Restream, so you can catch us on Twitter. You can catch us on X, you can catch us on YouTube, you can catch us on Twitch. We've never had anybody watch a video over there on Twitch. I don't even know. It comes back and this is like one person viewed it. But you know, who knows, man? If we keep doing it consistently, maybe we'll build an audience over there. That's fun. Twitch people are fun. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna call it good. Belle, talk us up, take us out. Had a wonderful time tonight, guys, and I apologize for yelling. Sorry. Go, Belle.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who joined us this evening, we cannot say thank you guys enough. Divergent Dan, thank you so much for the $3 super chat you just hit us with. That's literally one of the ways I get paid. Now, with that being said, we are going to be back on at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, which is really unusual for us. In between now and 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, definitely don't hesitate to email those over to Scott or myself, Scott@ThePodcast.com or Bella@ThePodcast.com, and we'll get those answered for you. Again, we cannot say thank you guys enough, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
we are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current content.